I have a feeling that this scene from this recent episode of Grand Blue, where Iori is like, spread the salt, Kohai, spread it. I'm like, this is gonna generate some memes. Like, it's very apparent that when it comes to certain anime every single season, memes are born. They happen all the time, but I have a feeling that this spread the salt one is probably gonna be around for a long time. Potentially even being a permanent addition to anime memes that you normally see on, social media and all that. I definitely see it happening just because of the way Grand Blue is so popular. Like, it's a really popular series, or at least the fan base of it. And then on top of that, we have this meme that's just, it easily can spread, and it's very iconic, especially when it has something to do with salt. So, I just have that feeling. But anyways, this episode of Grand Blue introduces another female character, and personally, I'm still more of a Asusa fan. I love her more than Keiki that was introduced in this episode, but I have to say, Keiki is a pretty cute little character. I love her quite a bit after seeing the way she was introduced within this episode, so let's get into that. So the new character, Keiki, from what we could see, she is someone that just wants to fit in. She is someone that just wants to have a really good college life. She just wants to have fun, basically, and just be able to have, a memorable, college life, to be able to do what she wants for the future, but have fun at the same time. And at that moment, I was like, you know what, this is a character I can kind of get behind. I can understand this character, because I think many that, have ever been in a situation where they're like in a new environment or whatever, they want to fit in. They want to be able to communicate with others. They want to be able to feel like they're a part of something, and that's kind of what it felt like, what Keiki was trying to do. And when you see how she tried to fit in with the tennis club, but she was treated badly, I got a little bit angry. I was just like Iori and all them, and I was just like, yeah, I can understand why they're getting angry after seeing how the tennis guys from the club were just making fun of her. Now, I want to be honest with you, she was absolutely a train wreck when it came to all the makeup she had on her, but at the same time, the way the tennis club went about it was just outright awful, and honestly, she needs to leave that club, which I think that is kind of what this episode was trying to set up. It's very apparent that with Keiki's introduction, they're trying to introduce her a part of the main cast, or at the very least, to join our main club, the diving club that, Iori, our MC, is a part of. Now, if that is the case, I welcome it, because I like Keiki as a character, but at the same time, this is going to make it a lot harder for people to choose a best girl, their favorite female character of Grand Blue. I'm starting to see why many were talking to me about this series and why it'd be hard for me to choose my favorite female character, because all these characters are extremely likable. I mean, I've liked all of them that have been introduced. I know some might not like Chisa because of her attitude or personality, how she presents herself, but I do like her character quite a bit, especially after what I saw her do in this episode, which I will get into. But getting back into Keiki, though, Keiki's character, basically, that's what this episode is about. Her getting development, characterization, and kind of introducing her part of the main cast and maybe potentially joining the diving club. Now, the ending part of the episode where Iori, kind of tricks the tennis club leader, that was probably one of my favorite moments of the episode, just because of how this man was so shy and upset to be wearing like a joke outfit, like, dress up like a woman. He was completely against it in this episode and even in, the last episode, but he willingly does that just to get back at the tennis, club leader because of what he did to Keiki. And I'm like, you know what, I respect a man like that, because, even though he didn't want to do it, he did it just to make fun of the dude, to kind of, relay a joke to the man to make him feel embarrassed or, secluded. People will laugh at him. I just love that entire moment, which also makes me respect Grand Blue a little bit more, which, let's get into that. You see, when it comes to Grand Blue, it's done a really good job with showcasing college life, personally. I may not have ever went to, like, college or whatever, but at the very least, from what I can remember when I used to go to school and all that, this is kind of what it feels like, but a little bit more extreme or over-exaggerated, but it's kind of what it feels like. And when you see how they work together to achieve something, or, they see Iori throwing everybody under the bus just to be able to achieve what he wants, but at the same time, they're still all good friends, they're able to work it out and be fine. I'm like, that's kind of how you are with, a good group of friends you have in school or something. You're always doing something, you're, talking smack to each other, trying to throw each other under the bus, but then when the going gets tough, you work together, try to achieve something. And I respect that about our MC that was trying to help out Keiki in this episode. I think many are gonna not, notice that or appreciate that enough because of how that was done. But okay, let's get into Chisa for a second. So Chisa in this episode, she, I understand why many don't like her character. It's because she's a typical, like, tsundere, and I know many don't like those characters because it's been done time and time again. I understand that. It's understandable. I think everybody can kind of understand that point. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, how a yandere character is. When you see a yandere character, usually always have pink hair. Looking at you, Happy, you sugar life. And I love the series, it's true. It has these tropes or these cliches that you'll always see, and sometimes these cliches can get rather annoying. And Chisa does have some of those typical cliches from a tsundere that can be, you know, rather annoying. But her character showed some depth for something I actually liked from her within this episode. Like, her reactions to what Iori did was logical. Instead of the standard tsundere or the annoying character that was very abusive, like the hits on the MC, it wasn't kind of like that. For instance, let me talk about a similar situation. So let's say the dude was in a room by himself and all, he was getting changed or whatever. The female character walks in on him changing and she's trying to change to her. She's in her bathing suit. She slaps him, hits him away. That did not happen with this episode. In fact, she just got really angry because of logical reason. I mean, what he already did in this episode, any person I think would get a little bit angry. I think it's justified with how angry she got towards him when he was just throwing marbles at her, just trying to make it to where she looked bashful or cute. I'm like, I'd get angry about that too. Then on top of that, I mean, the way he was kind of going about helping out Keiki, it would get you a little bit upset. I know it's a little bit petty, and it's disgusting to be envious or jealous of, you know, the two guys that were trying to hype you up to be a part of the beauty pageant to help out another girl, but at the same time, I understand, because that's just how we are as humans. We are jealous, envious creatures that do disgusting crap, that we always do stuff like that. And so her feeling like that, getting a little bit jealous or upset, I'm like, that's just how we are as humans. It doesn't feel fake, it doesn't feel forced, so let's, you know, roll with it. And that is one of the big parts about Chisa's character I enjoyed with this episode, is that it felt real, it didn't feel forced, it didn't feel like it was just there for the sake of the character trope or the cliche of her being a tsundere. So, job well done, Grand Blue. Okay, so anyways, let's also talk about within this episode how Keiki potentially could get with our MC. So, yeah, Keiki might get with, like, one of her MCs, correction, not Iori, but the blonde-haired one, the Kohai, and if that is the case, I think they would be perfect for each other, since, you know, the Kohai is so over the top. I mean, he's, you know, someone that, always has, like, this, you know, anime theme, like, he loves anime and all that, and he's this wacky individual. I feel like Keiki would definitely be, you know, perfect for him. I don't know, I feel like their, you know, personalities could really, you know, mesh with each other and fit if they had a relationship. Speaking of relationships, Chisa as well, she pretty much announced to everybody in front of everybody, like, you know, Iori's my boyfriend. I'm like, whoa, did she just legit say that? And I guess it makes sense, because they did explain the reason why she did. She was just using Iori as, like, you know, a scapegoat to be able to get out of everybody trying to ask her out or get with her. So, that makes sense, but this is going to lead to a very awkward situation. That means that Iori and, you know, Chisa, they're going to have to probably put up this airs about boyfriend-girlfriend, and I can see where this is going to lead to a lot of drama. Hopefully, it doesn't go down that cliche path that I've seen time and time again from other anime and manga. But that's pretty much about it when it comes to this week's episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about it. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? You know, be honest in the comments below. I'm very curious. And how'd you feel about Chisa's character? How'd you feel about Keiki? How'd you feel about Iori? And, you know, how he got back at the tennis club? You know, be honest in the comments below. And with that, I love you guys. Please be safe, stay healthy. If you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below, because for some reason, even if you click the subscribe button, you don't always get notified. So if you want to get notified, click the bell icon. And with that, Chibi out.